So here I am back with the third episode of Backyard Neuroscience. It's going to be an interesting experiment. I didn't really intend for it to work out this way, but it looks like it is going to work out this way. The first episode, the test and tune I did, everything worked out perfectly. I'd gotten a lot of rest. I was well rested. Everything worked out perfectly, and it was kind of reflected in the EEG. The second episode, I was running on 3 hours sleep. I had a really stressful day. I had a bunch of tech problems I had to solve, so there was a heavy cognitive load, and it was reflected in my performance and in my EEG. So tonight's going to be an interesting experiment. It's still a bit of a test and tune. I've made some more adjustments to the rig here. Everything's getting a little bit easier, but most importantly, I feel well rested. I got a solid 7 hours sleep last night, and I think I caught up a bit on my rest. So tonight we're going to see what the EEG tells us with respect to that. So I'm over here at the casino, so I might as well do my wheel spin. So playing Grand Theft Auto online. I'm currently in an invite-only session because trying to adjust variables piece by piece. So as I run these experiments, I try to control most of the variables. In this case, it's been an open session, but it's invite only, so I don't have to deal with other players and the cognitive load that comes with that. So this is just plain old NPCs that I'm playing with, but I'm going to try a couple of different scenarios to see how my brain responds to them. And then maybe in future episodes, we'll see how it responds when I'm dealing with other players online. So it should be interesting. Also, be interesting to see what the difference is between rested and well rested in terms of brain states. So let's start this off with a little drive here. I'm going to kind of do the same things I did in the previous episodes. So there'll be a mix of driving and flying, other activities. We'll just see what it all looks like. For reference here, alpha waves are represented by blue if you can't quite see on the graph. Beta waves are represented by green, and gamma represented by yellow. For the purposes of most of these experiments, these are the relevant brain waves. Beta typically represents a busy mind, so cognitive planning, inner narrative, external problem solving, internal problem solving, all those kinds of things. And alpha waves are usually associated with openness and being relaxed, those sorts of things. So I'm trying to show the difference in how our brain operates during different types of gaming. My brain may be atypical in some ways, and I guess some of these experiments will show that as well. I'm also trying to show what it looks like on an EEG when a person enters a flow state. So, and I would define that as a state where you're fully into what you're doing. You're fully present with what you're doing with a minimum of cognitive load. So not much thinking, that sort of stuff. So if I do a flow state, or if I enter a bit of a flow state while playing this game, it should be represented by dominant alpha waves in blue. So that means I'm kind of more into the game and less into myself. Wow. Wow. So have to bear in mind that too much talking interferes with the sensors and obviously engages the parts of my brain which have to do some thinking. So I've got data on the go, trying to communicate, so my beta waves would be higher when talking, or so they should be. I can feel I've not quite settled into a groove because my controls are my movements are a little erratic. got a little baseline pain going on in my hands. It's wintertime and I'm getting to be an old man and I think a bit arthritic. So those things also reduce your cognitive, or sorry, reduce your available bandwidth. I see the brain as in terms of bandwidth. So we have so much available bandwidth, and then other things will start to eat up that bandwidth and reduce your effective processing. Pain is one of those things, sleeplessness, stress, inner narration. Wow, that NPC just appeared out of nowhere. Sometimes the game likes to throw little curveballs at you like that. Is that like one of those, does it have a camera on it? If I see one of those again, I'm stopping to look. Nothing like a little drive around the map to loosen you up. People having accidents with themselves. It is one of them. It is, it's a camera vehicle, and they just appear in the game. Interesting. This is a neat thing, I've never noticed that before. I've been playing this game an awful long time. How did I not notice that? So I have to be careful how much I move my head around. I can't move my face around because it disturbs the sensors. All right, well, I think that was a nice settle-in time here. I was able to go for a nice little drive. Let's do a little combat here just to see what happens. We'll make this car go away. All right, I'm going to start a CEO job and do some flying around and shooting up some NPCs, and let's see what my brain is going to do. I suspect lots of beta activity. Have to do lots of planning, keep track of things, keep an eye on the mini-map. Movement is also correlated with beta waves. You need to do mental processing to do things like move your hands and arms and walk around and that sort of stuff. So let's do a little job here. VIP work. Oh, he's going to run, is he? Okay, drag it down. I normally have music on in the background when I'm playing, but I do not want to run afoul of licensing laws because they'll just edit your music out or mute your audio, so let's just not do that. Behind the stuff. Keep on missing that guy. Are you shooting at me? Guess I have to change my angle here. There we go, finally. You see my brain going a little alpha-like there. Interesting, but I'm just flying, so. Oh, wow. That's a big payout. This job's normally like 20,000. Must be one of those 4 times extra weeks. Yay. Makes me smile. So I have to wait for a cooldown for another type of job, so we're going to try another type of job next, just to see how that one plays out in contrast to this one. Let's do something in the meantime. They've really created a wonderful open world that still endures after over a decade. What is it, 13, 14 years now? 2013 for this game? Incredible. I don't think there's a single game where you can do so many different things. It's just so diverse. I mean, you can play golf, you can deliver pizza, you can own a nightclub, you can play tennis, you can rob people, you can run a criminal organization. I mean, that's pretty much what this game suggests that you always do. It's the whole point of the game. Irony that I'm using this for brain research. The spoils of running a criminal empire. My yacht. See how my brain reacts to these tight quarters today. I can definitely tell my brain is much more online. Squeeze here. Ooh, tight. Tight. Well, I didn't get jammed up and die, so that's good. They've done a great job on the water even, like, you can go swimming, play with the whales. There's not much you can't do in this game. A lot of people get mad at Rockstar, but to their credit, they've been adding to this game for a very long time and are still updating it, which is absolutely amazing. Alright, how much time do I have on that cooldown timer? Oop, wrong button. Happy work. Oh, I have 1 more minute. You know what? Let's go get set up. Call in my MOC cab and do a haulage. See what that looks like. Right there, thank you. Let's change this outfit. Appearance. Feels like a casual drive. You know, this guy kind of sort of looks like me, just with more hair. Haha. Love to listen to my trucking music, but again, the same problem. All right, how much time we got left? Oh, I can't do a haulage. That's right. Oh no, it has to have other players in the session. Well, Oh, sorry. Oh, didn't even see that guy there. Isn't that what they always say? Ooh, stuck. I'm really not intending to run over those NPCs. Just pick a car and go for a drive then. And then I'll do a short meditation session and see what that looks like. Got a lot of nice cars. You know what? I think I'll take a motorcycle for a drive. There is one in here. Actually, I love this little motorcycle. So let's take this for a ride. And change the outfit. Beep, beep. Oh, gotta be careful. I don't have those camera cars. Ooh. That was close. That was luck. I haven't really been paying much attention to what my brain has been doing. I've got to break focus to look at the other monitor, so it kind of defeats the purpose. Well, there's another Waymo, or whatever you call those things. Google vehicle? Whatever. Oh! That was a bit of an impact. Hope my bike is still running. Yeah, we're okay. Alright, I'm going to stop here at the hangar. And I'm going to use this to go into take a break here and see if I can get myself into a light meditative state and see what the EEG will be doing in comparison to the rest of the stuff I've been doing.
This is a civilian hangar owner. Give them access to the base.
Alright, well, I'm just going to stand over here in the corner. And I'm going to close my eyes and go into a little bit of a light meditative state here, and we'll see what the EEG reflects. Close my eyes. This would be the boring part for everybody else, or the more boring part. No, I haven't fallen asleep. I'm still here. I want to keep that pretty brief just so as to not have a whole bunch of seemingly dead air. So, yeah. So if my eyes are open and I stare at a fixed point, I can also do a little bit of a light meditative state. So what we're going to do going forward is I'm going to try various games, and we're going to try other various activities to see how the human brain reacts under certain situations. Um, Everything seemed to work pretty good tonight. I didn't have too many equipment problems. Everything went together. I made some minor adjustments and stuff. Yeah, everything seems to be looking good. So future episodes, not sure quite what I'm going to do next. For the next project, I might try a different game entirely. And we'll see where it goes from there. So thanks for tuning in.